No excuses. I don't want to hear it. I've had 7 children. I spent 2 years making excuses. It got me big as hell, okay? I gained a lot of weight. I got, bigger than I've ever been in my entire life, and I wasn't even pregnant. So, no excuses over here. I'm a true believer that exercise works. I'm a true believer that exercise matters, okay? I don't care how much we don't feel like doing it, it's necessary. I don't care how much we feel like we've done enough, we've got to do more, okay? I'm just amazed at my results. I'm so amazed. And I put my exercise videos up here every single day. I might be late sometimes. I'm a mom of 7. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, okay? I put my workout videos on here so I can show y'all that it's possible if you just do the work. That's all it takes. You just do the work, the results will happen, okay? I'm about to go do my 2 miles of walking. I'm already fasted since 6 p.m. yesterday. I'm about to do my weights, my workout. I'm about to get it in for 20 minutes. And that's it. I'm just following the strategy. Follow the strategy, see the results, okay? That's what you gotta do. I feel so great to see this change, okay? So let me go get to it. I'll see y'all after I'm done. Oh, I forgot to ask you, how rude of me. Did you do your cardio today? Did you do your weightlifting today? Have you counted your calories today? Have you fasted for the number of hours that you said that you would do it, okay? Follow your strategy, reach your goals. As I state here on this channel, we're no excuses over here. I don't care what the excuse is. You've got to get your workout in. You've got to stick to your calorie counting or your fasting. You've got to do your 2 miles of cardio. And if you're a beginner, I'll give you a break. Spend 10 months doing 1 mile walks every single day. You can't skip a day. Get you a journal, write it down, track everything, write how you feel, write what you were doing that day. If you have a doctor's appointment coming up later in the week, make sure you take 1 day to do 2 miles so you can make up for that 1 mile that you know you're going to miss. No excuses. I don't want to hear it. I've had 7 children. I spent 2 years making excuses. It got me big as hell, okay? I gained a lot of weight. I got, bigger than I've ever been in my entire life, and I wasn't even pregnant. So, no excuses over here. Get it done. I don't care how tired you are. Get it done. Believe me, once you get started, you'll feel good. You'll feel so good. Your energy will pick up, and after you finish, you'll be so happy that you didn't make that excuse, that you didn't hold on to that excuse, and you just did it, okay? Get it done, get it over with, go about your day, okay? This right here is me at 11 weeks postpartum after baby number 7. I was getting myself in shape. I stopped for about 2 years. I gained a lot of weight, and now I'm working myself back into, great shape. And it's working. I'm walking for 2 miles a day. I'm doing weightlifting for 20 minutes a day, and I'm fasting for 20 hours a day. I'm fasted since 6 p.m. yesterday evening. Yes, I'm doing my full workout, no water, no food. But after I finish working out, what I like to do is go weigh myself first, take a shower, and then I'll have me a nice big glass of water, okay? So that's how I get my true weight. I exercise while fasted. I exercise with no water. I do dry fasting, dry exercising, and then I go in and get my weight in, and then I go for my water. And then at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. I'm getting my eating window in, and then I just repeat every single day, every single day. You gotta have a strategy. You gotta have something you can count on to look forward to. You've got to have a strategy so that you can see the weight fall off. You can see your endurance increasing, and you can see that what you're doing is working. So when you get into those moments where you say, oh, I don't feel like waking up today to exercise, this is what's gonna make you get up and exercise. The fact that you're seeing the results, okay? So let me get this done, and thank you to that lady on the screen who's about to kick my butt, because I already know this is week number 5, and she was going really, really crazy in this video. So I'm here for it, I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna watch me do it right now. Let's do this.
All right, so after I finished telling y'all that I was 2 weeks postpartum right here on that video in the red dress, and I was 2 months postpartum right there in that black dress after baby number 7. And of course, y'all know the story. After baby boy was 4 months old, I stopped working out. That video back there that's playing with me jump roping, I created that video, or that program of workouts when baby number 7 was just 6 weeks old. So you can go to my playlist. You can find week 1 through week 5 workouts. It'll get you in shape. That's what I'm following to get myself back in shape. Now that I'm done telling you that, I'm about to have a heart-to-heart with you all. It's time to lift ourselves up and get ourselves back to a good state of health, okay? During the 2 years that I gained a lot of weight, I was a bit confused about how I was going to get the weight off of me. Oftentimes I was thinking that, it's impossible to lose this weight. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to eat, what not to eat. I don't know what exercises are effective. I don't know if I need to be weightlifting, if I need to be walking. I don't know if I need to be jogging. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to trying to lose weight after gaining a whole lot of weight. You just get in a mind space of where you feel like nothing that you're doing is going to work. And then you get to a point where you're like, is there any point of me doing what I'm trying to do? Is it a waste of my time? Should I even really be attempting to do this, And then we go searching, we go trying to find, people to watch. We go trying to find these gurus to pay money to help us lose the weight. We start, hoping and wishing that someone else's weight loss story could be our own. Not realizing that, hey, it's possible. But the problem is that when we're not putting in the work, when we're not doing what it takes, when we're not doing everything that it takes, that's when we'll fall into the mindset of despair and feel like there's no point. Sometimes we'll feel like, hey, I'm too far gone. There's no point in me trying now. I gave up a long time ago. I'm not even going to worry about that anymore. I was at that place too. There was a time in my life where I was at that place. I was comfortable being uncomfortable, if you get what I'm saying. But it got to a point that where uncomfortable meant that every time I'd get out the bed in the morning, my feet would be aching. Every time I would, have my thighs touched, even if my babies jumped on my thighs or stood on my thighs, just playing with me, I'd have to lift them up and say, please don't do that, because my thighs would hurt so bad. And the reason they'd hurt so bad is because they'd be super swollen from me not allowing my body time to recover after, eating whatever I chose to eat. It was super swollen because I wasn't doing the exercises that would help clear the toxins out of my body, that would clear the water retention off of my body. I wasn't doing what it took. So part of me thought that, I guess it's over for me. I guess I'm just going to be this big person that, I never thought I would ever become in my entire life, because I got to the point where I was the biggest weight I've ever been in my entire life. And when I was small, before I had children, and even after I had baby number 7, I got to a point where, I had never thought that I would be this huge, humongous person that was unrecognizable by anybody who may have seen me before I gained the weight, right? I never thought in my life that I would become that person, but it happened. And when it happened, I kind of wanted to hide from everyone. I kind of didn't want anyone to see what I'd become, because honestly, I was confused on how to change it. I didn't know how to stop spiraling out of control. I didn't know how to fix the damage that I'd done to myself. So I came to this conclusion for myself. And that's why I share my videos with you all. I came to the conclusion, hey, I can't figure out how not to eat the wrong things. So I said, okay, let me fast for 20 hours a day. Check. I've been doing that since December 7th of 2024. It's currently February 13th of 2025. So far, I have dropped, about 10 pounds, okay? And then I was like, I don't know what exercises I need to be doing. Do I need to just focus on weightlifting, or do I need to focus on cardio? On one hand, I loved weightlifting, but my body hurt so bad that I convinced myself that I couldn't lift weights anymore. I've never really been much of a cardio person. I've always hated cardio if it was like on a treadmill or something like that. But I always loved being outdoors, outside, walking or jogging, or attempting to jog in between walking. So then I convinced myself, hey, let me just, start walking 1 mile a day. Let me see what happens. And this is before I even started the fasting, okay? I did this walking 1 mile a day, 10 months before I even started focusing on, my fasting. So then I got my cardio down. And, after accomplishing my cardio goal, I convinced myself, hey, let me see if I can do my weightlifting again. Let me see if I can get back into the groove of this. Let me see where I can, take this, because I don't know if you all know it or not, but I started YouTube on a journey of weightlifting. I absolutely loved weightlifting. Weightlifting was my thing. Weightlifting is what has always kept my body in shape. It has always kept my body toned because I have a very, athletic, curvy body, okay? So my body thrives off of weightlifting, and I've always known that, okay? But I didn't know, at this point in my life where I was, so big, so huge, I didn't know if it was worth the effort of going back to the weightlifting that I had known since, the sixth grade. I've been lifting weights since I was in the sixth grade, okay? I was always in athletics. I was always doing sports. I was that person, okay? So then I convinced myself, hey, let me start back to my weightlifting, okay? So in all reality, I've created like a triple threat type program that even I can't feel it. I can't overthink this thing. I can't overthink, maybe I don't need cardio. Maybe I don't need weightlifting. Maybe it's not really what I'm eating, It's all of that. It's all of that. I don't even have to second guess. I don't have to think about it. All I have to do is do it. All I have to do is fast 20 hours a day. It's working. All I have to do is weight lift for 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. It's working. All I have to do is do 2 miles of walking every single day, Monday through Friday for 10 miles a week. It's working. I've created a triple threat program for myself. I have convinced myself that this is the way to go because I'm doing it. It's working. The weight's falling off. My body's slimming down. My belly is less bloated than it used to be. My thighs don't ache anymore. My thighs don't hurt anymore. They don't feel swollen anymore. I don't feel like I'm super, just swollen all over my body anymore. It's all working together. I don't have to think if I'm doing too much of one thing or doing too much of another thing. I'm doing it all. I told myself I can't make any excuses. I've got to put in the work if I need to see the results. If I want to see the results, I've got to put in the work. I'm doing everything right. Because when you spend so much time doing everything wrong and convincing yourself that nothing can ever change, that you can never get it right, the only way to correct that is to just do everything that you think won't work, okay? So I'm doing the cardio. I'm doing the weightlifting. I'm doing the fasting. All right? So eventually with fasting, when you've done it for so long, your body's eventually going to say, hey, we don't need that junk food anymore. I want this right here. I want more protein. I want more salads. I want more vegetables. I want more fruit smoothies. I want more homemade fruit juice. I want the good stuff. Because when you put in so much work, your body is not going to steer you wrong. Your body's going to tell you, hey, I need more of this. I need more of that. You got to give me more of this. You got to give me more of that. And the cravings for, the chocolate cake and, just eating complete junk food, that's going to diminish over time. So if there's anyone out there, if you're struggling to eat right, if you find yourself, you wake up every single day, all day long, all you're doing is eating junk, and before you know it, it's bedtime, and you're like, man, I messed up again today. How am I going to change this? I messed up again. What am I going to do? I don't know how to change this. I write in my journal and I try to convince myself that I'm going to eat right today. I try to convince myself that I'm going to be healthy today. I try to convince myself that I'm going to exercise today. And I keep failing at it every single day. Every single day. I've been there. I've done that. I know how you feel. But it's okay to admit, hey, I'm failing miserably, but I want to change. And the only way you can change is to start today and say, hey, I'm walking a mile today. I'm going to walk a mile tomorrow. I'm going to walk a mile the next day. We're going to deal with that day when that day comes. So today, we're going to walk our mile. Today, I already walked my 2 miles. I can't focus on tomorrow. I can't focus on the day after that. All I can do is say, hey, did I do my cardio today? Did I do my weightlifting today? Did I fast the number of hours that I said I was going to fast? Did I count my calories today like I said I was going to count my calories? Okay, that's all I can do. I can't do any more. I can't do any less. I've got to focus on today. And once I complete today, I'm going to give myself that check mark. And then the next day, I'm going to give myself a check mark. And by the end of the month, I'll have, if we're working out 5 days a week, we'll have 20 check marks for the month. We'll have a record of, hey, I did it. I completed it. I said I was going to do this and I did it. And that's the point you have to get to. No matter what's going on around you, you got to make time for yourself. You got to make time to make time. You got to make time. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, sometimes 6 o'clock, depending on how I'm feeling. And I devote that time in the morning to myself. I'm selfish during that time period. If my babies wake up, I say, hey, it's time to go back to bed. It's not time for me to deal with your crying right now, okay? You're just a little bit sleepy. Let's go back to sleep, right? And I get my 2 miles in and I get my weightlifting in. And then my fasting just takes care of itself because I know I've set standards for myself. Hey, I'm not going to eat, after 6 p.m. and before 2 p.m. the next day. I've already set my standards. I've already set my standards to say, hey, Monday through Friday, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to walk my 2 miles. I don't care how I feel. I don't care how tired I might feel. I don't care how I don't want to get up right now and do this because I know I feel so much better after I do it. And if I don't do it, I'm going to feel guilty. And then that's when the downward spiral will come upon me. When you make excuses and you allow that excuse one time, then you're going to give yourself that excuse the next day and the next day and the next day. Give yourself the excuse to do it. Give yourself the why. Understand your why. Understand why it's necessary. That's what you need to focus on. Don't focus on, I don't feel like getting up today and doing it. I don't have the energy. You have the energy. The way you're going to get the energy is you're just going to do it. You're just going to start. You're going to take that first step, that second step, that third step, that fourth step, that fifth step. And you're going to keep on moving until you complete the necessary steps that you set out to do. That's what you're going to do. It's that simple. It may be hard in the moment, but it's that simple. All it takes is you doing what you need to do every single day. And eventually, all those days will combine. And in a year from now, you're going to be closer to your goal of where you're trying to be. You're no longer going to go the wrong direction and continue gaining the weight and gaining the weight and gaining the weight and eating all the horrible foods all day long, and not giving your body enough time to reset. You're no longer going to do that. You're going to make sure that you're doing everything right so that you don't have to think about, hey, I keep doing everything wrong. We're going to eliminate that part. We're going to eliminate that hard part that a lot of people can't seem to get past. We're too busy focusing on what we're not doing or what we feel like we don't feel like doing. And we can't focus on what we are doing because we're misplacing our time. We're misplacing our efforts. Okay? We don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I wish I could lose weight like this person. I wish I could get back in shape like this person is doing right here. We don't want to spend time doing that. We want to be able to say, hey, I did my mile today. I did my 2 miles today. That's all that matters. We're not comparing ourselves to anybody else. We're comparing ourselves to ourselves. We're making sure that we're accomplishing our own goals. So therefore, we can be happy for the next person that's accomplishing their own goals. Okay? We want to be happy for ourselves. When you're happy for yourself, you can be happy for someone else. But if you're doing everything wrong and then you see the next person doing everything right and reaping the rewards and hitting their goal weights and hitting their miles for the week and hitting their weightlifting days for the week and doing their, fasting for the week, and you're looking at them, you're seeing their progress, you're seeing their success, but you're sitting here saying, okay, I'm going to start tomorrow. And then you don't start. And then you say, okay, I didn't do it today. I'm going to start tomorrow. Before you know it, you'll be 2 years like I was. You'll be 2 years telling yourself, I got to get back at this. I'm going to do it today. But before you know it, 2 years goes by. And then you stand in front of that mirror. And you have to look at what you've done to yourself. I had to look at what I did to myself. I had to look at my pictures. I had to look at my videos. And most of the time, I avoided taking the videos. I avoided getting in the family pictures. I avoided wanting to be seen, okay? Because I knew that what I was seeing in front of the mirror wasn't matching up with what I knew or where I knew I should be. See, that happens. It happens to the best of us. It doesn't matter who we are, who you are, who anybody is. When we make a wrong turn and we can't get off of that road of making those mistakes over and over and over again, when we get to that point, it gets harder to get back to that individual that we know we're supposed to be. It gets harder to get back to that state of health that we know we're capable of getting back to. Okay? It gets harder every day that we decide, okay, I'm going to start tomorrow. Give me another week. I'm going to start next week. Let's not do that to ourselves. I know where that road leads me. I don't want to be on that road ever again. Being on that road was not fun. It was not fun. It was very miserable. It was very embarrassing. It was me telling people who saw me, oh, we done gained a lot of weight. We done all gained a lot of weight, When it gets to that point, you made a wrong turn somewhere. Okay, I knew that I made a wrong turn somewhere, but I didn't know how to get back on the right path. Until I just decided, hey, heck, I'm just going to do everything right. I'm going to do everything right. I'm not going to make any excuse as to why I need to not exercise today. I'm not going to make any excuse. I'm going to set my alarm to wake me up at 5:30 in the morning. If I'm really about this life, if I'm really about making these changes, I don't need anyone to tell me, hey, this is what you do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I did it, Now, I'm all for being inspired by people. I watch people's YouTube videos when I get a chance, and that's rare that I get a chance to, watch other people's, success stories. But I've been trying to make time during my 2-mile walk to put my headphones on and just find other individuals who may have been on that same path that I was, but they hopped off that path and they self-corrected. I did share some of those, 2 of those videos on my YouTube post page. So if you want to check those out, there are 2 women that I watched their story while I was doing my 2-mile walk. It was very inspiring. So that's about the only time I really get an opportunity to really just sit and watch, someone else who went through the struggle that I went through. Now, I cannot say that I went through a super extreme struggle, because super extreme for me would have been, just really, really getting out there with the weight. I didn't get that far, but I got so far gone that it affected my mobility, and that was enough for me. That was enough for me. That was enough to say, hey, stop right there. Stop it. Don't go any further. Okay? That was enough for me to say, hey, I gotta make a change here. I got to make a change here. Regardless of how much I don't want to make the change, regardless of how much I don't want to put in the effort, I had to come to the realization. I had to be 100% honest with myself and say, hey, I've got to change. I've got to put in the work. I've got to stop procrastinating. I've got to find that old me that's in there. I've got to find her. I've got to find her, and I'm finding her. And I'm proud that I'm finding her. And that's why I'm sharing this information with you all. And I want you all to take notes. I want y'all to know that you can do it. You can do it. You're not too far gone. You can do it. All right. I'll talk to you all next time. Bye-bye.
All right. You all just saw me complete day number 4 of day number 5 for my workout, my weightlifting workout. Now, before I did this workout, I did 2 miles of walking, okay? While fasted. I did my weightlifting while fasted. No water, no food. You know, but I was able to have the energy to make it through it. Only because I ate enough yesterday. What did I eat yesterday? I ate my favorite, cabbage egg rolls. I had some macaroni and cheese. I had 2 tacos, turkey tacos. I made myself a cranberry juice in the smoothie. Not in the smoothie, in the blender. And I'll show you all these recipes this weekend on Sunday. Okay, so you can maybe get some ideas for the week to come of our exercising. I think that's about all I had yesterday. Let me think. Oh, and I made myself some homemade french fries. Homemade french fries are something I ate as a child. It was my all-time favorite meal, just a big plate of french fries with ketchup on the side, okay? So I had some of those yesterday. They were so good. They were so filling. You know, I cooked them in olive oil mixed with sunflower seed oil. But yeah, that was really good. I drank some water yesterday, some ice cold water. Make sure you're getting your liquids in. Like I said, I do my exercising while dry fasting. And so after I, go in there and weigh myself, take off everything, weigh myself, jump in the shower, then I'll have myself a big cup of ice water. But yeah, I made it through this workout today. Today wasn't so hard, but those donkey kicks and those backwards leg raises, they're pretty difficult. My legs are like fatigued, from everything I did, from the days before, but I still made it through. I still pushed through, even though I didn't feel like getting up this morning. Once again, I had to take the child to a checkup, and so I had to wake up earlier than usual. Well, I did get up at 6 a.m. No, I woke up at 5 a.m., 5:30. Did some things, got myself together, did some laundry, and then I came in here and started my 2 miles of walking, and then I just finished my weightlifting workout. So I had to wake up a little bit earlier today, but it was worth it. I did get a nap in yesterday, and if you listen to my video from yesterday that I posted, you're gonna hear me kind of falling to sleep on that video doing my voiceover. I was dozing off here and there. I had to make a 20-minute voiceover. What I've learned is that I need to do this in spurts. I need to make 4-5-minute voiceovers throughout the day, just thoughts going through my head, and just share them with you all, because me sitting down making that 20-minute voiceover, I get kind of sleepy doing that, on top of the fact that I've exercised for the day and I'm just ready to shut down and go to sleep. But yeah, if you hear that video, I apologize in advance. I was probably mumbling at some points, but I tried to edit it out. But yeah, that's what I did. I'm just being upfront and honest. I was falling asleep. I was so tired. I was drained. I was whatever you want to call it. But as I stayed here on this channel, we're no excuses over here. I don't care what the excuse is. You've got to get your workout in. You've got to stick to your calorie counting or your fasting. You've got to do your 2 miles of cardio. And if you're a beginner, I'll give you a break. Spend 10 months doing 1 mile walks every single day. You can't skip a day. Get you a journal, write it down, track everything, write how you feel, write what you were doing that day. If you have a doctor's appointment coming up later in the week, make sure you take one day to do 2 miles so you can make up for that 1 mile that you know you're going to miss. No excuses. I don't want to hear it. I've had 7 children. I spent 2 years making excuses. It got me big as hell, okay? I gained a lot of weight. I got, you know, bigger than I've ever been in my entire life, and I wasn't even pregnant. So, no excuses over here. Get it done. I don't care how tired you are. Get it done. Believe me, once you get started, you'll feel good. You'll feel so good. Your energy will pick up, and after you're finished, you'll be so happy that you didn't make that excuse, that you didn't hold on to that excuse, and you just did it, okay? Get it done. Get it over with. Go about your day, okay? Break that sweat like I just did, okay? Break that sweat. Get those toxins out of your body, you know, push through. No matter what's going on in your life, you matter, you come first, you are important. Take care of your health, because without your health, you have nothing, okay? Health is everything, all right? So I gotta go in here and get ready once again to go to a doctor's appointment, check up for one of my children, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is day number 5. We made it. We didn't make it yet, okay? Tomorrow we will have made it. So get through today, you'll get through tomorrow. Did you do your cardio today? Did you do your weightlifting today? Did you count your calories? Did you fast like you said you were going to do and stick to it? Okay, that's all I want to know. If you've done all of that, you're going to have an amazing day ahead, okay? So I will talk to you all tomorrow.